I love you, Bubs. Welcome to Pritchard Pub. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and
This evening we got a couple guests.
Kahuna and Bat Sauce.
We'll get at it.
Yeah, the purpose is to watch videos and discuss and bullshit.
I thought you said Bat Sauce was joining us. I only see Royce, definitely
Yeah,
not holding anything
I thought-
inappropriate in his hand.
I thought Bad Sauce was here. It looks like Royce though.
Big gay energy has joined us tonight.
Come with me, everyone. Come with me.
We're gonna get a cease and
adventure.
desist after this.
Join us.
Don't mind me with my gay electric scooter.
All right, so the first one, it's a doozy. Let me know if you guys can hear everything okay.
Is this
'Cause we've had
Whistling
issues.
Diesel? Who else would do this?
Wanna be a shot, 20 inch.
20 inch my ass.
Babe, is it whoever he said? Whistling Diesel?
Is this Whistling Diesel?
I don't know. Go back.
I don't
to
know
the-
who else would do this.
Go back to the other screen. Let's see.
No.
Blaze Watson.
Blaze.
It might not be his video though. People steal videos.
Yeah, the videos get passed around.
All right, Mr.
A lot of
Grabby.
time.
I like that he can make his van twerk if he tries to.
I wonder if he was trying to lower all of it, and it's like, nope, only one works.
Yeah, it touches the ground, and that has to be on purpose.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
it's on
100%,
purpose.
yeah.
If it wasn't on purpose, it wouldn't have gone back up.
Yeah. Do you think it? What the hell?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
though.
No, that like if you're into the lowrider stuff, like this is pretty common. But usually they get like a giant old Impala or some piece of crap,
Yeah.
like from the 1960s and 70s. Not a van. It's kind of a weird choice.
And it has like a sunroof. Yeah, that's a
Looks
party
like
van.
one of those
It looks
conversion
just
vans
like
that
a
has
hole
the.
in the roof. Yeah.
Well, my mom used to have one of those vans in the back seats. Remember where they folded flat into a bed? Those were sick.
Yeah, I never got to use them, but those were cool. My buddy had one.
Yeah. Some
That
of
was
the
a fun
old
one.
style.
No, we were gonna go back to the other page. Remember to
What?
only pick out the certain ones.
Just like pick it out. Okay, we'll do
And
that.
yeah,
We'll do that off screen then.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what.
Yeah. Do this. There we go.
Yeah, because I don't want to.
So
We only want happy thoughts here. There are no accidents. Wait,
there are no accidents.
Up more.
Up more.
that's not what
Hold
that's
on.
not what Bob told us.
I don't know what that is. Oh no,
Speaking of Bob, if I'm without
No.
these headphones, I basically have the same do as him.
that one's not funny, but it's
This?
yeah.
Oh, man, that slows things down a little bit, but that's all
Okay,
right.
then we don't have to do that. We can just we
Also,
can
guys,
keep going.
we better
If
be
it's like-
careful. We don't want to offend Bat Sauce the Marine with any of our comments here. They're as
Yeah.
sensitive as he
Whoa.
is.
Okay, no gay jokes
No.
Excuse
and
me.
jokes and jokes about
But
people
a lot
that
of
can't
pride in-
read.
Don't pull
My
out
gay
any crayons. He's
chicken
gonna get hungry.
championships. Oh, that's the most overused joke.
Yeah.
But it's true. No.
Okay, so we'll just do it where we scroll up, and if it's like going to be a long or like whatever, I'll just tell you to skip it.
Yeah. She has skip power, but we're not going to go back and just try to pick them out again. That we realized very quickly that slowed it down. So
Oh, it
Too
takes
Guys,
that
I am
longer.
I'm about to teleport. 1 second. Give me a second.
Oh no!
Whoa.
What did he? Where did you go, Royce?
Award-winning gay bar.
Yes,
Come
dude.
with me.
He's like, come on,
Join
with
me."
Hey guys, want to join me?
Wow.
You guys want to come in and drink White Claws with me? Anybody? No. Okay.
I'm so sorry, Rice. This was not my idea.
On that note,
The song was originally titled Self-Righteous Suicide, but Columbia Records forced the band to change it to avoid controversy.
It was not called self-righteous suicide. It was called suicide.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why in the beginning of it, you hear roll suicide.
Right.
Because it was always called
I've never
suicide,
heard that at
never
the
chop
beginning.
suey. And then chop suey is suicide chopped in half.
Okay,
Oh.
but it was the record label that was like, this is a bit too much, guys.
There was some kind of talk about it. We had to pick and choose our battles. We couldn't battle everything, so we were smart about it. We made it something cool. You know what I mean? It wasn't like we didn't want to name it that. It wasn't like we named it something light. We named it something that has a story behind it. Now, 20 years later, you're asking me about it. 19 years later.
That
Yeah.
Look
video
at those-
is actually about to hit 1 billion
He's-
views. On
Second time around.
Second time around?
When they told us, I even had the meme. It says 1 billion. It was years ago. It was like 5 years ago, maybe.
Chop Suey.
anyway.
2 billion views?
Did you guys? Was I the only one to see the anal beads attached to his freaking facial hair there, or what?
I did. I saw that. Yeah.
Uh,
I'm seeing it again over
he
here.
prefers the term booty pearls,
Booty pearls.
Oh,
I just
they're
made
already
that up,
brown, so
but booty pearls sounds right. It sounds fancy. Then he can clutch
that's
his
the
booty pearls.
Katie, that's a
He gets
bougie
it.
term for it. That's like what the high society New Yorkers call it. Yeah,
Booty pearls.
yeah, booty
All right.
pearls.
No, this guy does. Can you pronounce these words?
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Hey, wait, hold on, pause it. Before he pronounces it, let's see if we can get it.
I'll pause it and we'll see if you guys can see it. I can full
I
screen
can
though.
see it. I can
Can
see
you
it.
pronounce these words?
Yeah, everyone can see it.
Okay, everyone can see it.
That was loud.
Not pronounce these English words correctly.
Pause it as soon as
Can
it
you?
comes up.
I will.
Number 1.
Hyperbole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hyperbole.
hyperbole.
Yeah.
Hyperbole.
Hyperbole.
I prefer
Hyperbole.
hyperbole.
Yep. I like his microphone.
Hyperbole.
Yeah, toilet
Number
brush
2.
microphone.
Uh
Quinoa.
I
I make that all the time.
would have said not that.
Yeah,
I was gonna
were you
say-
gonna say quinoa? You son of a.
I might have.
Quinoa.
I might have.
Quinoa.
Definitely quinoa.
Yeah, it's
And
quinoa.
Quinoa.
If he says it wrong, he says it wrong.
Quinoa?
I know what it is, but I've always said it wrong on purpose.
I make
It
really
sounds-
good breakfast quinoa if you ever want the recipe.
I
It's
think
really easy.
I think
You guys heard
quinoa.
it here, folks. Quinoa is made well in the Pritchard home.
Yeah, I think quinoa is a cool name, honestly.
Quinoa.
Quinoa. Number 3.
Worcestershire.
Yeah.
Worcestershire.
I'm pretty sure it is Worcestershire.
Imagine
We're-
having
Isn't it?
no teeth. Imagine being drunk in Britain with no teeth and say it. Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. But technically they're missing Worcestershire. So
Wor-
they're
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
I know it's Worcestershire because I've heard people say it, or it's something really close to that.
Yeah.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
But it's definitely part of it's not being pronounced.
Yeah, you gotta just kind of skip the middle. You just gotta
Kinda-
like.
Well,
Good
it reminds me of in Korea, kamsameda is thank you, but they'll be like kamsameda, and it's just they just don't pronounce part of it.
You
Yeah.
could say,
Kamsada.
"Don't touch my mustache," or "You're welcome" in Japanese.
I can say Kwanchimupseo, which is I'm not interested. But that's Korean.
Abu
Wait,
Nai.
But I can say
Ab-
Konnichiwa. Oh, konnichiwa.
Arigato gozaimasu.
You guys, after a month in Korea and I came back, I was like bowing my head at everyone.
Yes.
Because you really do start to, take up the culture you're in.
Yeah.
So it's like I did that for the longest time and people would look at me like I was fucking stupid.
Humans.
I lived in Japan for 2 years, so
Oh,
yeah. You just say hi.
Okinawa? Okinawa?
No,
How
it was,
did I not
mainland.
know that?
Oh, sad.
I went to
Okinawa's where
It was like 10 years
Fukuoka.
ago at this point. Oh, fuck me, okay.
Same. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about on your next stream. We
Yeah.
got to talk about your Japan experience. I'm excited.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
go over Japan.
Yeah, I spent New Year's in Fukuoka.
Yes.
Worcestershire.
Did you watch?
Worcestershire.
You watching
Nobody says
Shogun?
it right.
You watching Shogun?
Worcestershire.
Shogun, I'm not. No, I well, it's
You should.
The book is awesome, and the show is really, really exceptional.
Yeah.
Happy
So-
Easter, blessed Easter.
You should watch it. And I just want to tell you, when I went there, it was for my visa trip for Korea to work in Korea. And I went 3 different times. And one of the times it was like 94 degrees. It was monsoon season. So I felt like I was being
Just
like,
swimming.
yeah, it's like sweat though. It's not
Oh, yeah.
cold rain. Because if it rains here when it's 90 degrees, the rain's cold. It was not the case there. So that was a bit of a shock.
Yeah, no, I mean, like the humidity gets so bad, you're basically swimming everywhere you go.
It's like living
bad in
in the
Minnesota, too.
in the southeast of the United States, like Georgia, Florida.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
little hell holes down there. I couldn't
Yeah,
do it.
it gets really humid in the summer in Minnesota too, and so Florida feels like a perfect mix of California and Minnesota. I always say.
You guys got to go to Hawaii, man. 74
Oh, yeah.
to 84 year round.
Yeah,
Every day. With
San
winds
Diego
coming in
was
at 1
too
o'clock
cold for
every
me.
day.
Yeah, it was like mostly low 70s in San Diego, and I thought that was too chilly. So Hawaii is like, because he's awesome. That's why.
Wash your sister sauce.
What the redneck
Wash
shit
your-
is that?
Hail to the chat, by the way.
Yeah,
Medium,
hail.
are you? You're not from
Oh, it's-
Alabama, perchance, are you? Wash your
No,
sister
he's from-
sauce.
He's from the same state as me. That's a buddy of mine.
Oh, Minnesota, eh?
Yes, the Minnesota.
Minnesota, you know.
You know?
And A.S. Brunert says, "Happy blessed Easter to you as
What's
well."
your-
I
I
hope
like
you have
13.
I hope you have a blessed Easter as well. Thank you so much. What is that?
Everybody always
You
thinks
good?
I'm so
Go
young,
with
man.
God, my son.
All right.
Yeah, dude, he's a Marine.
It's paying
Should
off.
we
Stop it. I'm in my
continue
30s, man.
the video, babe?
Yes, sorry, I'm getting carried away with the chat.
That's us. If I shave, I look even younger than you. I
I
think it works
cannot
right there.
grow facial hair.
Oh, I'm
Me
sorry,
either.
bro. Sorry.
Oh,
That's
Epitome.
epitome. Yeah.
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 Did you say epit?
I was gonna.
What a nerd.
It's definitely epitome.
Yeah.
He does a bunch of these.
Epitome.
I was thinking about adding one.
Number
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
Isn't that-
epitomes. Is that spelled different?
No, that's epitome. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
but it's-
epitome.
Isn't
Hmm.
epitome a
Epitome.
different word?
Epitome. It is a different word, but I think it's spelled the same. Am I
That's
wrong?
hilarious.
Wait
Am I
a
retarded?
second.
Oh,
Am I
no.
retarded?
If that's the
Are
case,
you,
we might
are
need
you
to call
thinking
this guy
epiphone?
Epitome.
epitome.
Is epiphone a word?
Epitome, like tomb. You think that's a thing? Like it's
Like
I
tome,
don't
like
know.
a book. Like
No,
an old book,
aren't
right?
is
huh?
Oh God.
Epitome is not the
Oh,
same
epitome.
thing as epitome.
Yeah, epitome.
Wait, isn't epitome spelled with a Y?
Oh no, no sir. I always thought it was weird too with the E.
okay. I don't know, but this is Euro. Or
Yeah.
isn't gyro a word though?
No,
like gyroscope,
no, no.
gyroscope.
No. Nope, it's Euro. Promise, 100%.
I know it's
Greek.
Euro,
Yeah.
but I thought there was also like another word. I know it's Euro though, but I did say that.
No tomb is for the dead tome.
And I know it's Greek food.
Well, I mean that tone, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Like a grimoire.
Yes. Yes.
Is it
See,
their birthday too? Like yours, Booba?
Whose birthday? Oh yeah, on the TV.
what's the worst way to say this? Guy Rio. There you go.
Guy.
Hero.
Guy Rio.
Grow.
Gyro.
Euro.
Guy,
Be sure to like and follow if you're having
Well, that's
fun.
it.
That was fun.
Am I the only one who thought he was gonna
And if
lick
nobody
that
shot-
thing at the end, or no?
Oh,
Yeah, I thought he was gonna lick it.
He has a weird look about him, man. He seems like a guy who would do it. Anyway.
Oh, lick it? Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
like and
Munch on
subscribe.
that fucking bread.
I swear to God, I saw him
You
sniffing
can
at some
skip this
point.
one.
Anyway.
Okay.
Autistic people
Okay, yeah, do this one.
Okay.
will see a honk if you like pizza bumper sticker and think it means if I like pizza.
what?
Honk if you don't exist.
Honk if you don't exist.
Okay, so
Filled
I
with
want to say something about this. If you want to pause it, because that's about it. So, so apparently this has nothing to do with autism, by the way, because I didn't know that it was sarcasm. And it's like, so if someone's road raging with you and honks at you, that's why you have that bumper sticker. So it's like, oh, you like pizza. And I never even thought about that. I thought it was just some like honk if you like this, because why the fuck not?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have totally honked at people because of like every time I see the honk if you'd rather be watching the cinematic masterpiece that is The Mummy with starring Brendan Fraser and whatever.
Oh.
And so I always honk at that one.
But
Rachel
I don't
Weisz.
see any of these.
she said
Rachel
she just
Weisz
realized.
was something else. Anyway, moving on.
She said she just realized that was a clever way to get people, like, you can basically drive however you want, and if they honk at you, you're just like, yeah,
Yeah.
I like pizza too. You know.
Andy,
Yeah.
hold on, you guys.
That girl. Oh, that girl was the guy equivalent of that girl. It's the guy. It's like in Washington. He's the guy who wears a cowboy hat and pretends to be Southern, having lived in Washington his entire fucking life. And then he has like all those Calvin pissing on people stickers and a Confederate flag on the back of his car, and it's fucking like covered with all these stickers.
You get them in the Northeast as well.
I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, dude. So are you in the really
70 to
snowy part of the
110.
Northeast?
Not anymore. I moved down south a while ago. I got out of the military in Quantico, so kind of similar area.
Yeah, a whole bunch of my family still lives in Michigan, dude. I couldn't believe how much snow they got they get slammed with every single year, dude.
Yeah, we
those
don't really
Great
get much
Lakes
snow
are
here.
no joke, dude.
Yeah,
they get freaking slammed.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the Great Lakes are no slouch.
I need to hear this.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Actually, all right. Damn it.
What?
Oh, I thought you
This
said
is-
it's
Yeah,
snow joke.
it's way too
Oh, no,
fast,
I-
Andy.
I
I'm
just-
starting to get
Oh,
worried.
I'm just conditioned, man. I thought I heard it.
Yeah.
Also, for writing, Michigan and that surrounding area is great for inspiration too, because of the weird ruins they've found in the bottom of Lake Michigan, and all the cryptid stories, and all ships going missing, and sharks going in there, all that nonsense. Great story inspiration there going on there.
You gotta love when there's good story inspiration right in front of
Dan,
you.
you need to help.
Ooh.
So Joe,
Man,
sell me on your first book. I saw that little teaser you kind of put together earlier today, but tell me a bit more about it, because you and I talked a little bit, but I haven't read it yet. So tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot harder for me to talk about because I like to pride myself on the twist on that one. But I do want to mention I just put the audiobook up for free on my Substack that I'm just creating now. So Bat
Hell
Sauce
yeah.
Substack, you can listen to my audiobook for free. Yeah, no, it's so it's like utopian AI kind of controls the place.
Not topical. Not topical.
Hey, I was writing it before this stuff became topical, and then what is it? Yeah, basically, some powers start to like kind of come about, and you got like a terrorist with some powers that kind of put a crack in the
But
system, right?
if the system is bad inherently and authoritarian, is a
Is it?
is a rebel a terrorist or a hero? I don't know.
I don't know.
Kind of gives me a V for Vendetta, like the book kind of vibe a little bit.
Holy
So
shit!
you guys
That
saw
was
my
like, for a
trailer
minute, that was like
that I just
crazy.
made.
It must
And,
be because he's Norm.
That's us.
The
For me,
root of the
like-
powers is a big mystery, and the Alex
Oh.
Jones whole autistic like rampage he went on is very
I love
much
that.
Use my cuff on him later. I
inspiration
think
for
I can use
those
it on his leg.
that world.
I'm not too sure, but
Yeah.
I'll
It's
keep an
like
eye on it.
it's like what like who inspires you? Alex Jones inspired me to try a lot of hard substances and try to write.
Dude, like whatever you think about that guy, man, it's just like you watch that his guest appearance on the Rogan show. It was so insane and so entertaining. I'm like, dude, this is.
Oh, dude,
I've never heard anything this creative before in my life.
Yeah, it's like we could have a whole stream on just that. Definitely an interesting topic. I'm glad to see people being able to talk to him without getting completely demonetized and shit lately, which is nice. It's good
He's
for the
not as
platforms
popular.
too.
He's not as popular now that he's not banned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I also like I like him, but the weird thing is, like, he's kind of even admitted this, and I've seen him break character a couple times. I'm like, he's definitely he's portraying an image like this on purpose. It's very intentional.
Probably, yeah.
Of him.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. I go by the way that Rogan said it, just looking at him as an entertaining person. It's like,
yeah.
yeah.
And when he says something that's truthful, it's very interesting. But yeah, entertainment.
My
I like that
friend,
it's most. Oh, go ahead.
my friend lives in Alaska and posted that there's an island in Alaska, Big O Island, for sale, and it's 11.5 acres, and it's only $3.5 million. So I'm gonna buy a Powerball ticket tomorrow, and we're gonna have ourselves a compound on that island. It's gonna be sweet.
Forget all the creepy islands.
Can I live in the basement? I'll be like the weird little big hair guy yelling down there.
How good does Iron Age Island up in Alaska?
Yeah, I'll be up here, man. Oh, you can't.
You'd
see
want
it,
to get the mineral rights to that place too, because there's probably like a lot of minerals that just basically live off of that.
Like they have jade, gold, they have everything up there.
There's tons of oil. Like, yeah, Alaska's just like completely untapped. It's just like,
and plus,
I love Alaska.
Worst case, polar bear fat could be a great source of oil during warmth during the winter.
Oh yeah, for sure. You
know, if they don't
Dude,
eat you, that's kind of.
You ever watch The Hunt on Netflix?
No.
Dude, it's so good. And then there's like an episode. They kind of like go by biomes per episode, and they talk about polar bears. And like, dude, polar bears have the most miserable life.
I'm gonna add it.
Animals,
I'm gonna add it to my stuff and watch it.
During the summer, because the ice is all melted, they're at a disadvantage to get their food. So it's like they basically starve.
Yeah. That was the first thing I thought of actually when you said they have a miserable life. I'm like, yeah, they're probably. He might be referring to how much they starve to death.
But then you have the ones that have ventured south and started breeding with brown bears, and you're basically getting a whole new kind of bear. It's a brown bear the size of a polar bear, and it's not looking good.
Cute. That looks great to me.
Yeah. From afar.
Well, except that polar bears are one of the only animals that will almost always actively hunt humans.
Yeah,
they're the only animals.
Polar bears are. Yeah, don't mess with that.
It would be an honor to be eaten by a polar bear.
As long as it's
list of animals I would never mess with. Yeah.
And
I can see Katie out there like with a big a couple cans of Coke, like offering it, like the picture.
Coke is
oh man,
that's the best part. All right, let's see what this guy says. And this
better than White Claw.
Yeah, Royce.
It's just for the fact so ridiculous you didn't believe it until you looked it up yourself.
This is a really cool one. I had no idea this was a fact until I just looked it up. Are you aware
Andy,
that back in
I'm asking if it's in front of my face.
the Department of Transportation conducted a research, and they were trying to figure out why it is that some drivers, some travelers were driving the speed limit in the left lane, in the fast lane. After the research that they conducted, they realized that the drivers, their moms were all whores and that they were adopted.
Stitch this with a fact so ridiculous.
What?
Oh, their moms are whores
Facts.
and they're well adopted. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must have accidentally saved
That
that
is a
because I
weird
remember
one.
seeing this part, but I didn't.
No, he's
listen
goofing.
to
He's
it.
goofing.
He
So I
trolled
think I
everybody.
accidentally
Yeah.
saved that one.
He trolled everybody.
I asked if you did.
Oh.
great.
All right, just
Wait. I have an actual weird fact. Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you know that a buttload is an actual unit of measurement?
Ooh, I could see that.
A buttload is 146 gallons. Don't ask me why I know.
Okay, so that's how much a butt holds. I'm assuming.
I don't think so, but
a buttload is 126 gallons of wine.
oh,
sir.
26. I was wrong. F.
Dang it.
But it is a real unit of measurement.
491 liters, but it's equivalent to 108 imperial gallons. What the fuck is gallons and imperial gallons? So imperial gallons is
gallons?
108 and normal gallons is 126.
Some Star
I
Wars.
think
measurement?
I think the regular gallons overthrew the imperial gallons. I think that's what happened. Anyway.
I love butts.
All right, let's see
do we
what
got here?
Star Wars crap is here.
Star Wars.
Maybe
Ooh.
you should
Like-
unmute it.
I should unmute it though.
Why does it look
I'm
like
in
baby
it.
raccoons in their anal cavity?
The upcoming Star Wars show, The Acolyte, drops its very first trailer tomorrow. So here's everything we know about the upcoming series. The official
probably
synopsis
out
for
by
The
now,
Acolyte reads that it is a mystery thriller in which we will uncover the secrets of the dark side in the final days of the High Republic when a former
Did you put this
Padawan
one?
reunites with her Jedi Master
thought
to
maybe you'd
investigate
wanna-
a series of crimes.
Right.
The High Republic era takes place 100 years before the setting of the very first Star Wars movie, meaning that this is going to be the earliest story that we've ever seen in live action in the Star Wars universe. And from the artwork and pieces of information,
If I'm not mistaken, this might be the job that D&D from Game of Thrones got bumped off of after season 8.
No, I think this is a completely different thing that they came
No,
up with,
that-
like right off of the.
I actually know some stuff on this.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
anyone want to get? Last time I checked, who wants to take a guess at the amount of dislikes that YouTube wasn't showing? But it was
Wasn't it like
what
one of the
actual-
highest ones? It's like way
It
over
was
60K.
last time. No, last time I checked, it was over 540,000 dislikes.
Whoa.
Dude, people are just not happy, man. I mean, dude, even
Leave-
like.
Leave Star Wars alone.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
dead
dude.
franchise, man.
Well,
I love
It's
Star
sad.
Wars too.
It-
Like Return of the Jedi is one of the formative movies in my childhood.
Yeah.
The like things
Yeah.
about that movie formed part of my morality outside of the Bible and then
Yeah.
like Superman comics. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's that important to me, and they have done
Right.
such a terrible thing with what they've done with it.
yes.
So
Oh,
disappointing.
definitely.
90 to 150.
Yeah, and
90 to 110 or whatever.
yeah, it
So,
doesn't need to be left
it's true.
alone, though. I mean,
That's
the
fine.
original trilogy is a masterpiece.
Just scares me.
The prequels are the prequels, but yeah, I mean, I used to be a giant, huge, massive Star Wars fan. Like, watch everything Star Wars. And yeah, it just was a slow fall.
Yeah. I wish you know,
Say slow wasn't slow.
there's a whole subject of there's a whole like topic of Star Wars that we could dive into. Like George Lucas just rebacked the old Disney CEO and like
He
he's
doesn't.
like I support him.
He's getting a paycheck, guys. At this
Yeah,
point.
Who cares? When is it? Like, it's just with
Well,
all
that-
these rich people. Like, when is enough enough? Like, how about
Right.
Does
Yeah.
your word not mean anything? Like, does
Yeah.
your integrity not mean anything? Like, die
I-
with some sort of dignity.
Right.
I agree,
Like-
but I think George Lucas stopped caring when he sold it originally.
He had to.
I think he had
Yeah,
a
but-
disconnect, and he just.
Then why
Yeah.
doesn't he just go like, fuck you?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But
Also, like the director of this is, I believe, either executive producer or director is like one of those the Force's female types.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
Very,
yeah.
very.
Yeah.
activist.
She was cast. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be something, man.
There's
yeah.
there's a
Oh,
reason
no,
like
no, it was Harvey Weinstein's assistant.
that's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, and there's some stuff. There's some stuff.
Who
too.
is-
I mean, there's
I
a lot
can't-
that goes into
I-
this. And
I can't
That Star
say
Wars
anything more.
show
I'm just gonna freak
It
out,
was
man.
directed by Harvey Weinstein's assistant.
Gross.
You
yeah,
mean
the
the
one that like
assistant?
helped bring in
Female?
girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean the
Yeah.
assistant
So,
that
so
was
what did she assist? Did she like hold up people's
Right.
legs? What was going on? Just
I mean,
right?
all those like
Probably
cults,
the
like,
same thing as Ghislaine.
Yes.
all the
It's another
sex, the
Ghislaine.
sex cults. Yeah, they always have like a girl. Like remember the Smallville girl,
yeah, she was part
like
of that weird
Chloe,
cult, too.
whatever. Yeah,
She was the
It was-
she was the cute as a button, like innocent looking, nothing but
Well, she was cute. What like what is like
Well, 'cause
a
they want
Leslie
you to-
Hedling? She is not
they want-
attractive.
They want children and women to feel safe and trust
Mhm.
the woman, and that's why, like in Sound of Freedom, they have that lady, and she's like, "Oh, we can go
I was gonna say
to the
that.
beach," and
Another
you
thing
know,
Sound of
like-
Freedom got right. Yeah.
oh, she
Yeah,
reminded me
disarms.
of like agents and stuff modeling.
She
That's
knows all about
crazy.
this shit from modeling. So
Oh well, like
yeah.
when I was in
Yes.
Mexico City.
Oh.
So they have party promoters in different cities that like, I mean, the worst was when I was signed with, I mean, the highest ranking agencies in the world, right? So we're with one, and even our own bookers were party promoters. So they were getting paid to take 13, 14, 15-year-old girls out to do coke all night, and then they have to be at a job at 6 a.m. And anyway, so when I went to Mexico City, I got there immediately. It was like B team, like the models, no offense to them, but it was just, I mean, they wouldn't be able to get signed in New York. They were too fat or too short or whatever. So that's just, but they were also really unprofessional. Like it was, so besides Korea, it's the only other co-ed model apartment I've ever been in. And they were like fucking each other, doing LSD, all kinds of shit. It was really unprofessional. So that's why I
Is-
call it like B team.
Katie, is Mexico City as rough as people say it is?
Well,
based
I
on
looked
your
up the
experience?
crime rate before I went, and it was the same murder per capita as Minneapolis, which I go there all the time. I'm from here, so I was
Yeah.
like, I'll be fine. I made friends with some locals,
Reported.
but there are things that I thought were weird, like when we went to the pyramids and people came on the bus with ARs and they video recorded us. I'm like, what's that? They're like, oh, that's so they can identify who was ever on the bus. What the fuck? You know, so there's
Just
things
in
like
case.
that. The airline, Aero Mexico, like the actual airline will steal your luggage. They stole my luggage and then they just take it all and sell it in shops. So they gave me my luggage. It was all broken apart because I had a lock on it, and it was saran wrapped together, and there was like a couple
What
things
the
left.
hell, dude?
And when I got to my agency, I would
I love
out
these
them,
stories.
but I can't remember their name. But anyway, my agent, so it's Mexico City's Fashion Week, and it was New York's too. So he naturally leaves his own market to go to New York. And I got there, they didn't even have a fucking bed for me in a bedroom. I had to sleep on a fucking dirty, stained twin size mattress behind a couch in the living room because they didn't even have a place for me. That's how shitty this place was.
Why
So
was it stained?
So some of the girls are like, oh, we're going to go out with a promoter tonight. We're going to go have dinner, and then we're going to go to this party at a mansion and shit like that. And so I'm like, okay. So I go out, have dinner, best food I've ever had in my life, right? And then I just like had this really, really bad feeling. And I've gone out in that way in New York all the time. And, you know, you get the free food and drinks, free VIP, whatever. By the way, I've had like, as much as I haven't asked me anything on TikTok, and I talk a lot about how, no, it's not the same as America's Next Top Model. It's not as catty, and the models bond and get along. Of course, there's some fights, but usually it's pretty like good. But I did have models rob me. Like they stole my purse with everything in it, and the hoodie I had even in the VIP section. And I got my phone and passport back because they threw it in a cab and someone else called me or it answered my phone. And I was calling. But anyway, back to this mansion party. I was getting really, really bad vibes about it. And so I was asking a little bit more. And it's just a bunch of rich old dudes. It's fun. And like, I'm with a bunch of like cokeheads and shit. So I went, I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. I went into the bathroom, took a couple like selfies with my digital camera, and I came back out. I'm like, I'm so sick. I got to go back to the apartment. I'm about to throw up. And then I left.
You're smart.
But yeah, like I did a little bit more
Bro.
digging. It's as bad as you think.
Yeah.
Like the mansion party was like the closest I've personally gotten to like that creepy shit.
Hold on,
I mean,
the world
I've
for
I've
girls,
had
man.
I've had creepy encounters, but I mean, I've had a lot of experiences and things happen to me, but that was like as far as like an Epstein type place.
Yeah, that's funny. You can just kind of offhandedly pull up a Star Wars movie, and it starts getting you to talk about the horrible things that Epstein did. I wonder if that's a good thing, Disney. I wonder if that's a good thing.
Let's end it with an Alex Jones quote. They're putting helicopters in our water. Anyway.
The frogs are gonna be gay.
Putting helicopters in our water.
Turn the frogs gay.
Turns out that was true. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's crazy. Anyway.
I actually just posted on Facebook. I was like, Alex Jones, because we were talking about it, and I was like, Alex Jones said a lot of really true shit, and then as soon as he was wrong about Sandy Hook, they just fucking canceled him on everything. They took the one time he was wrong to like really, not saying that he was only wrong that one time, but you know,
right. He was, and he
completely true about the interdimensional clockwork elves. All right,
right.
I was like, did you forget when he snuck into Bohemian Grove? Everyone?
No, I've seen that. Yeah,
it's dope. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what this is.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, Jesus. The craziest thing, you're not going to believe.
What happened?
So we got a call, somebody's concerned. Are you like a hairstylist?
No. I can make some chicken strips. Sorry, my breast like chicken strips.
I can't tell. You're
okay.
So there's like hair hanging out of your thumb?
Oh my Jesus.
Someone's like...
Oh, that's my weave. Oh, hold on. That's not my wig. Hold on.
I thought it was a dead body.
They knew. They're probably like,
these cops are so nice.
Yeah.
By the way,
they're trying not to say it, man.
Yeah. They can probably tell.
You gotta see it though.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I love it when someone sounds exactly how oh my God.
I kill ya. Like a Kia, I kill ya.
I gotta let this sit here for a second because that's so.
Look at that
perfect.
image, man.
It's like perfect.
Looks like a fucking bog witch
Right.
hair.
I'm waiting to hear like a banging on the back door there too. Like,
oh, that'd be hilarious.
Or like to see some tugging, like it's like stuck or something. Yeah.
Until they officially announce World War III, because like it's literally how.
Don't know that, but I do know that this year, Cigna Insurance has decided to add a strange clause to their coverage, stating that they do not cover injuries or illnesses that are because of war, declared or undeclared, riots or insurrections.
Rats.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what that means.
I've
just
seen
saying.
people
Not
on.
saying,
You can.
I'm just.
Andy.
I do have something to say
Andy.
about that though.
Well, on the Army
Yeah.
Talk, they're talking about how they just. I'm not sure exactly what they did, but someone in the Army was talking about it, and it was some kind of paperwork to bring retirees back, like a draft type thing.
They have been.
And I've heard this a few times about insurance companies, and I don't know if it's all the Cigna or whatever, or if it's different insurance companies or not.
Yeah, they've been calling back all the IIR military people. That's like because when you sign a contract, you're actually 8 years, not 4. But you do your 4, and then you go IIR.
Is
Active
that
reserves?
okay? So is that just the Army branch, or can you
Yeah.
like elaborate?
It's like every
everyone.
branch.
Almost everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
and-
most branches have like started to like call those people back.
Interesting. And that's like the first wave draft, essentially. You know, it's like, okay, you're not actually done. And then it just goes from there.
Yeah, well, it's like you're on the hook. They can, you'd be the first people to call back on a draft, and they can still technically call you in for certain things.
What
were
that's
you
awesome.
thinking?
I'm curious. What do you think are the odds that they would try to do a Vietnam style draft again here in this
Pretty
country?
good.
Just
I don't.
Pretty good.
I don't think it's as likely as people think. Just because a forced draft is a bad for military.
Yeah,
it is.
Volunteer force is just way better. You end up with so many more mistakes. And plus, they have they have so many ways to trick people to get into the military to do it voluntarily, right? Like, you just got to make people poor, and then they're going to start,
I need
finding-
money. Yeah.
Come for the
money.
free
Oh,
college.
yeah.
It's like they're gonna have like
Exactly.
a Helldivers 2 style like promotion. It's like
Mhm.
be a
I
hero.
don't know, had
Like
something
all the
about
War
the
on Terror
insurance
kind of
thing.
promotions back in the day.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just look how they look. Super political topic, but I mean, look what happened with the COOF, right? And how people started to act like that. They can do a similar thing to
Yeah.
convince people to be like, oh, I have to go do this.
Yeah. Just like convince everybody that one overseas country really needs you. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, like, the people that are so pro Ukraine right now. I mean, it's too political. It's just
That's all right.
That's a hornet's nest if there ever was one too.
Yeah.
Of a topic.
Well, what were you going to say about the insurance companies, Kahuna?
Oh, well, think about all the insurance companies have had to pay out due to riots, like during the lockdown when BLM started, having their peaceful protests that definitely didn't destroy cities and set them on fire.
I will
Imagine
tell you-
being one of those companies that was paying out insurance claims on that.
I will
during
tell
that
you
whole
one thing. It is really, really sad that who was it that started the Target riots in Minneapolis? It was like
Some random mask guy?
super no, wasn't he like a retired cop or something?
Yeah.
I can't remember, but it was like some white dude that was like not it was like he did it like agenda
Yeah. Paid
style,
actors.
and it's really sad.
That's why they show
when
up.
shit,
Sorry.
well, when shit like that happens, it pisses me off. But I will say that Minneapolis and Atlanta got it right. Go to the source. We burnt down the police department
Yeah.
in Minnesota.
At least it was the police
At
department.
least
that
we
wasn't.
got that right. You're mad with the cops? Go burn that precinct down, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's
not
like-
saying do that. I'm not condoning it, but I'm saying it's better than looting Target.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to get a different message across than looting Target and Boost
I haven't
Mobile.
seen any
And
violence at all.
plus, Target a few
anywhere.
years later it turned out to ruin their own
Yeah.
chances of success moving forward. Anyway, they did it all on their
Right.
own.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm
Right.
sorry, I'm just never about the ACAB shit. That's ridiculous.
Saying all of anybody is any group of people is bad is pretty dangerous.
Right,
territory.
right. We need to take measures to
histo-
root out the bad
historically, that has
of
never
every
gone
group.
badly.
Mhm.
It's never gone
Right.
badly historically.
I think a good response to that is like, so you admit that there's universal good and bad. You think there's good and evil in the world then, huh? And it's like you can start walking them down a road.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, police brutality is a problem. Like, we actually in Minneapolis had a cop that was a person of color shoot a white woman and
Yeah.
kill her.
Yeah.
Um,
Australian lady.
yeah,
Yeah.
Justine Damon.
Say her name. Anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, it happens to everyone, and it's sad, but it's not all cops.
Right.
I've had
Better
bad
than-
and good interactions, mostly good with the
Yeah.
police.
Better
just
than
showed
what
one.
happened here in Seattle. Seattle handled that wonderfully. We can get into that later, but let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Dog.
What are you looking like that for?
He looks like
What's
Rollo.
that?
He looks like our Rolly with that little pout
Yeah.
and
Mardy,
those cute eyes.
a little tail wag. Like a gremlin.
I have two wolves in me.
Yeah.
One is gay. The other one.
They're both, they're both hungry.
And they're both gay. No.
They're both super gay.
Written by J.K.
What did you
Rowling,
do while I
anyway.
was gone
Yeah.
on today? What did you do while I was gone today?
This one's
what's
beauty for
What'd you do while I was
Did you
gone
say
today?
this?
Yeah.
So what did
Yeah.
you do while I was gone today?
One more time. Dude. See, like, just a little video like this can be story fuel. You know?
Cats are evil, man. I don't.
Orky
Why do people pretend they're not?
Toxoplasmosis.
Dude.
Yo.
I still need to incorporate that because I am so fascinated by that.
You're talking about the parasite with the
brain worms. The brainworms are controlling the population.
80, have you heard about this?
You know, I used to call the cops on myself. That's not a joke. That's not a fucking joke. I spent the weekend doing the best coke in the world. And I kept calling the cops. Calling the cops. And they kept coming over going, what? There's a paragraph in the other room.
Like last
And
year.
they would go, and after like the 10th time, they go, can we talk to you for a second? They said, listen, how many lines have you done tonight? And I'm like, I haven't stopped. I'm like, we suggest you put away the bag.
Oh, that's so funny.
And the next Monday, I had to walk to the police station, like after a good 12 hours sleep, and explain to them I wasn't doing blow. It was just a reaction to the orange juice. And they're like, listen, you gotta stop. You gotta stop doing powder. You were calling the cops on yourself, dog. Thank God this happens all the time up here in Aspen. You know, I used to call it.
Thank God this happens all the time.
Jeez.
That part where he's like,
he has some of the wildest stories I've ever heard from a human being.
he might be the funniest dude alive.
No.
In my
A
opinion.
lot of people that take a lot of drugs have some wild stories.
Not the funniest.
You guys ever watch Dave Landau?
You're right. The what?
Dude, he's funny.
Normal World?
He was so funny. Yeah. He's very,
So
very
quarter
funny.
Black Garrett, you know what Quarter Black Garrett is?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so him and Dave Landau, they both were on Steven Crowder's show. They got a show called Normal World, and it's great.
I haven't seen it yet, man. I should see it.
Oh, I highly suggest it. They do it's like once or twice a week, and like I always like it. I don't know if it's the thumbnail or something. Never like really piques my interest, but whenever I watch, I'm like, dude, this is awesome. And Dave's got like crazy stories because he did so many drugs back in the day.
Yeah. I think I have.
He's also just a funny guy. Like even on
Oh, yeah.
Louder with Crowder, he was funny all the entire time.
Oh yeah, he was hilarious. Ahoy!
Ready for a good laugh?
Yes.
I was the first guy in high school to get his ear pierced, and I went to Claire's at the mall, and the girl at Claire's had never pierced a man's ear before, and suddenly she wasn't sure which side was the gay side. Like one ear meant you were gay, and the other side meant you were straight. And going,
You guys remember that? It was the right ear was the gay.
The right ear, I had my left ear pierced.
She's so unsure. I'm now questioning myself, and it's not like we could just look up the answer on our phones, because you have to remember it was the 90s. And now we're asking people who are just coming into Claire's at the mall which ear means you're gay, and people have really strong opinions, and people were like, George Michael has his right ear pierced, and that means you're gay. Luckily, I pierced the left side, and that's the straight ear.
Yeah. Dude,
I think
had a
my
10
dad
gauge.
pierced both of his ears like a man. That's what you
Okay. You guys, the best part is that he's gay, though.
Yeah, I
So they
wanted
really
my one
differ on
ear pierced, and I remember that being like, yeah, I had a 10 gauge in like high school, and it was everybody was always like, "Oh, you got the gay one pierced." I'm like, "No, I didn't."
I swear.
Yeah. I got both like a man.
They're like giving you like a little gay test. Like, what do you think of this picture? Like showing George Michael from back in the day.
And then I joined the Marine Corps, and they're like, "I knew it."
I knew he was gay.
It's funny how everybody that like fought against that Florida Don't Say Gay bill was either working for Nickelodeon or Disney,
Yeah.
on the Epstein list, or been partying at Puff Daddy's house.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing. I
Can
agree.
can we talk about this man's look real
could-
quick? What?
The man's look.
Well, we could
Yeah.
fact check that, but This
That was
is
some. Yeah, go ahead.
a revisit to a beautiful song. People are really going to town with this sound, but
Up in sunny California with the palm trees, me and my G's ride. Candy paint up on a whipping, we be tripping, and you know we high, hitting corners in a benzo, blowing indo out the window. Blow, seen a hater on the corner, run up on ya, he's a goner. Like, nigga, is you okay? Nigga, is you okay?
No.
He ain't okay, nigga. Up in sunny California.
That audio is actually there's some people.
one was like when your psych patient won't take their meds until you listen to their rap or
Yeah.
whatever.
And like the dude was just like acting like he's heard it so many times that he was just like reacting to like the parts. He's like, bah! You know, like it's pretty fun.
That's the
Anyway.
wrong. So we're
When I
doing
was like 9 years old, for a very brief moment, I thought the word tatas meant toes. And so I asked my grandmother, Grandma, do you ever paint your tatas? And she was like, what? And I was like, do you ever paint your tatas? And she was like, people don't do that. And I'm like, yes, they do.
Yes, they
Mom
do.
does it all the time.
Mom does it all the time.
And I was like, anyway, if you ever decide to paint your tatas, I think you should paint them green. When I was like 9 years old.
So I worked with a couple of Japanese civilians when I was living in Japan, and like they would always randomly, like every like hour or so, they'd be like, "Big boner," and then they would all repeat, "Big boner." And like for the like longest time, we're like, "What?" And then I finally just asked them, like, "Hey, Tahara-san, like, why do you guys keep saying big boner?" And like they're all looking at me really confused. And what it was is they all kept on looking at like pachinko machines. You know what pachinko is?
Yeah,
Japanese
yeah,
slots?
that not gambling.
Talking about a
And
bonus.
Big winner?
Yeah, big bonus. They just kept saying big bonus, and then I had to explain to them what big boner meant.
Oh, I've heard so many people. I've heard so many people gambling call bonus games boners, though.
Yeah.
Like, and I've even done it. So,
Yeah.
were they doing it on purpose? Like they knew?
No,
what boner
no.
meant?
They were
Oh,
so
that's
confused,
funny.
and they're like, "What's a boner?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, like it's
It's
no."
perfectly natural, son. Just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
Yeah.
But
Solid advice,
also
Kahuna.
Japan,
Just
why
let
is,
it ride.
Japan has so many rules that they find like very, I don't know, not that creative ways to skate around. It's like no gambling, pachinko, you're good.
You're
Or
good.
They have so many things like that.
They got weird. It's all because the Yakuza, man. They got some weird, like in Fukuoka, like all the bars you can't dance in.
Right.
Is it
All
true
the
that
time.
they have in certain places like maybe Tokyo? I've heard that in like malls or whatever, you have to follow the footpath and you're not allowed to like go off the path. Is
Yeah,
that
they
true?
probably just all do it very like a lot, and so it's just you get side eyed. But like nobody would say anything because they're so polite in there. But like you go to every escalator and everything, they all pick a side. It's like they're all. Like,
Did you know
insane.
in Korea? Sorry, they drive on the right side of the road and not the left, like Japan. So it's
I've
like
heard that,
communists.
What?
No,
So in
that's the
Korea,
correct way, Kona.
It's the same way here. So when I was on one of my visa trips, I looked the wrong way because I was used to Korea too, and I almost got hit by a car.
Yeah.
Crazy
Too bad I
American.
didn't. No. So also, I want to say about going to Asia and coming back to the US, it makes you so angry for so many reasons. But one of the biggest reasons for me is when you're at a mall and people don't walk to the right. Like, have you noticed that?
Oh,
We're terrible at that.
Well, it's like
they're
it's
just
chaotic
everywhere.
compared to there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they
If-
all get it. It's like, you know, you would never have people driving slow in the fast lane in Asian countries.
Yeah.
They're all just like, no, this is the rule. We don't break it, or else we throw you on a boat and you get out
Yeah,
of here.
they have really
yeah,
good culture there, I swear.
Yeah.
Asians are awesome.
I
Well,
absolutely
it's kind
love
of
Japan.
weird.
What?
Like in America, you have to make laws, and people are still going to break them. In Japan, the government just has to be like, "Hey guys, it'd be kind of cool if you all did this," and they're all just like, "Oh yeah, that does sound pretty cool."
Yeah, they
but
don't
then they
stare at
also
subways. Like,
yeah, but then they have like some cultural stuff where it gets weird. I can't think of really anything on top of my head.
I
but
can.
uh,
If you're a woman, you don't smoke a cigarette while you're walking. You have to like sit down somewhere and smoke because you'll get
Oh, they don't-
flipped out on.
they don't
Well,
smoke
You're
cigarettes walking
you're
at
a
all.
dainty little flower.
They-
You shouldn't be smoking while walking. You can't.
Yeah.
Your
Smoke.
constitution cannot handle it, Katie.
No, they don't let you smoke outside. Like it's weird. Like you can smoke indoors, literally like every building, and like there'll be kids next to you. And because I used to smoke a lot when I was there, and then but outside it's like no, there's like designated outside smoking areas that are very hard to find.
But then you
I
can
was told it
drink-
was
but
for
then you can
women,
drink
and I
like, anywhere
well,
virtually.
well, hold on, because I saw men smoking and
Yeah,
walking
they don't
around.
have
So I think it was just like women in Korea, but women also like when I was there,
Korea, but yeah, that might
they
be.
didn't even wear pants usually. It was like wear like cute dresses and heels and
and
skirts, and they're very much, yeah,
Women.
it's different there. But okay, Kahuna, you were talking about drinking. Drinking in public is very much frowned upon on the streets in Korea. We learned that drinking soju on the bus.
Oh, dude, we used to on the trains. We would like, what's the drink called? I can't think of
Sake?
it. No, high chews or chew highs.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're like alcoholic sodas, and we'd go to a train to Hiroshima, and like every stop we'd run out, get a chew high, and get back on and chug it.
Yeah, no, yeah. They're like public intoxication laws over there. From my buddy who lived there says like they're like he's like everybody will get drunk like in public, especially after work hours. Like, cause all the uptight office workers who can't speak English will go. He's like, yeah, we all go get drunk, and suddenly they can all speak English. It's the weirdest
Going to the karaoke bars is a blast.
They
You
all
just
speak
rent a room with your friends, and
They're either too shy to speak English, or they just don't want to talk to you. They all speak English.
They all do.
in Fukuoka they really did not know a lot of English because it's such a small.
If you go out there, yeah.
No, we went kind of weird situation because it was like we went to this bar. There was like nobody else there. It was like a buy me drink me bar, if you know what that is. It's like where you like you're supposed to buy the girl a drink just so they have a conversation with you because they're not social over there, so they kind of need that.
Yeah.
And it just was like they were charging us weird money. I'm trying to order a vodka Red Bull, and there's a wall of vodka and there's a wall of Red Bull. And I'm like,
that brought back a lot of memory.
I can't commute. It's taken us an hour, and eventually, I got them to understand Red Bull, but not vodka. And then my friend was like, "Oh wait, I got it, vodka." And then finally, and then they tried to charge me like $20 on top of the $20 to get in. And I'm like, "Listen, let's just go." Became a thing. Some guys came out of places. I'm like, "Yo, I think we're gonna get somebody killed." Like innocent bartenders.
It's like check for tattoos. Check for tattoos.
Yeah.
So Red Bull was actually banned in Korea. So when I went over to Japan for my visas, I stocked up on that and like drank it all in my hotel. So that really sucked. I'm even drinking one now. It's bad.
Did you feel like a rebel?
No, because it was legal where I bought it. But so like in Tokyo, I'm sure. Where were you? Hiroshima.
So I didn't really spend much time in Tokyo at all. I've only spent like a couple days there.
But the bigger cities, like everyone knows English there, right? Because in like Seoul, everyone knew English. Okay,
no,
so it's kind of the same thing.
That's really
Tiny.
far from Tokyo.
It's a little tiny island, yeah.
Oh no, Fukuoka?
Yeah.
No.
It's a city.
Yeah. It's
No, you're
tiny
thinking-
though,
okay.
compared to like Tokyo.
Tokyo is huge though. Tokyo's like
well, or
29
even
million
Seoul.
people.
Like
Are you thinking
Fukuoka is
about
not that big.
Fukushima?
No, Fukuoka. Look it up.
Yeah,
My plane almost crashed there. When we were
what'd you
landing,
say
we
about
hit
fuck
sheer
your
wind and it went like totally sideways like that. And then like I thought the wing was gonna hit the ground, and then they leveled it out, and we were skidding all over the place.
Fukuoka.
So they were maybe he just watched Tokyo.
Oh,
Drift
it's
and
the
wanted to
sixth
recreate it.
largest
thinking
city
of?
in Japan.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
Holy
that's not
shit.
it's not an island. It's just a city like really far south. Unless it's technically an island. 'cause
Yes, it is. It's
this
on
big
the
chunk.
northern shore of the Kyushu Island.
Oh yeah, but
okay.
Yeah, I guess it technically an island just doesn't.
But I
It
had
looks
no
like
idea it was their sixth largest city.
Wow.
So that's crazy that almost no one spoke English there. I thought it was much smaller because of that.
They still
I think
speak
a lot
good
of them
amount of
do,
English.
but from what my buddy who lives there says that they're pretty shy about their English, unless you
Yeah,
meet
that's
like a really outgoing person or someone, or you get them really drunk. Is what he
Well,
said.
when I was late, I was like, fuck me. And a bunch of people turned and looked at me. So I'm like, well, they know what that means.
They know what that means.
The universal language. Fuck.
Fuck.
Here's 5 fascinating facts I learned while visiting Devil's Tower, Wyoming. And watch the end to learn the legend behind this painting.
That's awesome.
Number 5, Devil's Tower was the very first national monument, established in 1906 by President Theodore Roosevelt. Number 4, the tower was featured prominently in Steven Spielberg's 1977 movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I guess I'm old. I saw it in the theater. Number 3, today the nearly 900-foot tower is popular with climbers, but it was climbed for the very first
It's
time in
great to be on that
1893 by 2 local ranchers who constructed an enormous wooden ladder. Number 2, geologists have questions about its formation, but we know it's
Oh, yeah.
comprised of cooled magma forming near-perfect hexagonal columns, the world's largest columnar joining. Number 1, many Native American tribes consider this a sacred site. This painting depicts a Cheyenne legend. A man saves his wife from a giant bear, leaving claw marks on the tower. Did I miss your favorite fact? Let me know in the comments. Here's 5.
I'm remembering a movie where a guy made a thing out of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that-
I don't know. Don't know
No?
what movie that is.
What's weird about this is that
All I can hold on. All I can think about is A Christmas Story,
No.
where they're like making the trough and he's show mommy how the piggies eat, and he's like, and he's like, that's the only way she could get him to eat the mashed potatoes.
It's a really famous alien movie.
Okay, it's not that.
I'm
for
gonna
sure
look it
then.
up. It's gonna-
You know what I'm talking about, Kahuna, right?
Encounters. Yeah, I do. Yeah, Encounters of the Third Kind. That's an alien movie.
Yes. Yeah. Is
They
that the
mentioned
same
it in the
thing
video.
that he made out of the potatoes?
I believe so.
Wait,
Yeah.
so
Maybe not.
that strange earthen structure was also in an alien movie?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for liking my post. You're the only one besides Andy that liked it. Bat sauce.
I didn't like it. I'm a rebel.
Fuck it off, Kahuna. That's so rude. Do you even know what post I'm talking about?
It
It's
is.
hilarious, and you should have liked it. I
It
said,
is
I
the
think.
Devil's Tower.
Nice.
Hold on.
The ghost pepper in the butt?
I think AC Pritchard put a ghost pepper up my ass while I was sleeping last night.
I think I did.
Because that butthole be burning. Just kidding, but I was like, I'm never going to get followers unless I start being really vulgar because people don't care about me.
Everybody cares about you.
Shut up.
This sea otter mom let her sleeping baby float nearby while she groomed herself. Sea otters have really
Cute.
thick fur, the densest of any animal, with up to 1 million hair
Lord
follicles
Otter.
per square inch. They spend lots of time each day grooming to keep their fur in good shape.
It's like she's doing
This fur
water
traps air
aerobics.
and keeps
Right.
them warm since they don't have blubber. Baby sea otters have such thick fur that they can't dive underwater when they're young.
Drowning
This
the
fluffy
kid.
That
fur
one's
helps them
dead?
float while their
No,
mom
it's
takes
just
care of
asleep.
herself or hunts for food.
It's like
In addition to their unique fur,
The baby
sea
lives
otters
on the
are known
mom.
for their exceptional parenting. Sea otter
They're the
moms in
best
particular
parents, actually.
are highly devoted to their young. Unlike many other species, the father has no part in raising the offspring, so the mother takes on the responsibility
So they're little
single-handedly.
people. Just
She works tirelessly to feed, groom, and protect her pup, forming a strong bond throughout the process. This unwavering dedication makes sea otter moms a true symbol of maternal strength and love. This sea
I bet the dads would help if the bitch let the dads get see the kids.
In the animal kingdom, no. The father's like, I've done my duty.
Yeah, they're out.
Fucking run, yeah.
Oh.
I
Like,
did my
wait,
10
have you
seconds.
guys ever looked up the giant river otter? It's a variety of otter lives in South America. They call it the panther of the river.
Hmm.
They get up to 6 and 7 feet long, and they have hunted young people.
No, but
They're
Bat Sauce,
huge.
if your wife ever wants to join, she's more than welcome. If I haven't already told you that.
Yeah, it's just on
Anytime.
baby duty though.
All right, but you know,
Yeah.
anytime.
No, I got you.
Oops. There we go.
If you just stick 2 pins into some cardboard like this, and then connect them with a string and trace it out, you get my favorite geometric shape, an ellipse. But there's something really special about these 2 pinholes. They're called the focus points, and any straight line you shoot out in any direction from one of the points will bounce off the wall of the ellipse and always hit the other focus point. And here's proof, because I've got a laser pointer at one focus point, a ball of wax at the other, and a mirrored surface all along the interior wall. And now you can see no matter which way I point the laser, it always bounces off and lights up the wax.
What?
But here's the really cool part. If you build an actual full-size room in the shape of an ellipse, and then you stand at one focus point, you can hear even the faintest whisper from anyone standing at the other focus
Story
point,
fuel.
even hundreds of feet
Didn't they
away,
do that?
because
I don't like
all the
that.
sound waves bounce
And-
right back
Wow.
to your ears. In fact,
Isn't it
this
something similar to How I Met Your Mother?
Ancient people knew this. I know they did.
I never saw that show.
Oh well, the way that they designed some of the old structures, they understood acoustics for sure.
Yes.
There's no doubt.
Speaking of How I Met Your Mother, he kept on whispering like boobies. And, like a person would hear it from like across the.
That's
Well,
hilarious.
there's also a spot in King's Cross Station where if you whisper, you can hear them like from way far away because the sound just travels.
Wow.
That's awesome. It kind of reminds me of the sculpture garden that's near our house, where there's just mirrors set up so you can see each other from like a crazy,
Yeah. A sculpture garden. It's really cool. Really cool.
I like sculpture.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see.
Actual ellipse-shaped room was built by John Quincy Adams in the U.S. Capitol building. And legend has it, he was a master at anticipating the moves of his opponents plotting against him on the opposite side of the large hall. And now that you know the physics involved, it should come as no surprise that John Quincy Adams conveniently placed his desk right on top of this leftmost focus point. If you
This might have been. Now I gotta look that up. I think that was
That's pretty cool.
really an episode of.
Figured out English on a boat. He was a genius, like a real genius, like an actual, like lucky enough to have been, these circumstances in history where like the perfect man at the perfect time. Like they come here, they set up this school here, and they start to create American Sign Language. And they borrowed from these different worlds, right? They took French Sign Language as the base. Martha's Vineyard back then had this weird genetic anomaly on the island of Martha's Vineyard. This is like before it was just a place for Kennedys to fuck their mistresses. This was like back when it was a fishing island. There was some weird genetic thing that had happened where over the course of hundreds of years, 1 in 25 people on Martha's Vineyard was deaf. And it was this very bizarre kind of like almost the equality that deaf people on Martha's Vineyard felt was almost like the opposite of like what affirmative action is attempting to do, right? Affirmative action wants to correct a historic harm by changing the playing field. This was an equity of everybody was the same because everybody on Martha's Vineyard knew either was deaf, knew a deaf person, or was related to a deaf person. So everybody, hearing and non-hearing, signed on Martha's Vineyard.
Interesting.
It was a sign system called
It's a
Martha's
whole
Vineyard
culture.
Sign Language. They took some of that. They took the Plains Indian Sign Language, PISL it's called. That like gesture. You've seen it in like movies where the Native Americans will gesture to each other. And you think they present it as if it's like a war language so they don't have to make noise, but what it actually was all the tribes in America spoke different languages, so they created this kind of Esperanto of the tribes so that they could trade, they could do trade, and that was called Plains Indian Sign Language. And they took all of that into like kind of bouillabaisse of French Sign Language base, Martha's Vineyard chaser, and Plains Indian sprinkled on top, and they created American Sign Language. And then 100 years, 200 years later, my mother was born deaf in Oakland, California, and she went to the California School for the Deaf, and she absorbed this language. My mother was 13 when she went to the California School for the Deaf. She was in an oral school system. This is my long-winded way of telling you why deaf people have such a problem with hearing people.
I wanted to hear the rest of his story, actually.
Wait. This is my long-winded way of telling you why it's so hard for deaf people to hear people. Is that what he just said? Am I
No, why hard of hearing
the
people
last thing he said.
get annoyed at normal people, I think.
Let me see.
This is my long-winded way of telling you why deaf people have such a problem with hearing people.
Yeah, with hearing
He did say that.
He
What?
did.
No, I think he's referring to like non-deaf
No, people who can hear.
People who can hear, yeah.
Hearing people. Like not why I have a problem hearing you. No, I have a problem with a hearing person.
Like we're hearing. Me and you are hearing people. We're all hearing.
Oh.
People. Yeah.
A person who
we're not-
identifies as somebody who can hear.
Yeah.
I read it the wrong way, and that sounded really
hearing persons.
Yeah.
No,
It's
I mean, you technically didn't read it the wrong way.
That's
but
funny though. That was a
can
good
mean
catch.
different things. Yeah.
They have such a hard time hearing people now.
It's
Yeah.
really sad,
Like
really
that-
unfortunate.
It's like,
Yeah.
no, blind people hate the
hilarious.
cinema. It's the weirdest thing, especially those silent movies.
Okay.
All right. Oh wow.
Like jellyfish?
Something like
Is
that.
this gonna ignore Jaws in the background? No.
I think it's
Yeah,
cool.
the jaws in the background. Whatever this
Yeah,
life
he
form-
comes up and
Yeah, just eats them.
that'd be fucked up.
I know, right? The life forms like this are so interesting to me. Like, what does it
Oh,
eat?
yeah.
Is it just filter the water? That's all it does. There's just water filters.
I'm not creeped out by the water, but I know enough about deep sea life to want to stay the fuck away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Look at that. Oh man, that's just
That's
its
not-
brain in there.
No, that's its I don't know what it is, but I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, I don't want to.
It's what it's going to be in Royce's hand once I'm done.
Yes. Please have Royce. Oh man, dude, it's gonna be lit.
Shortly after we detonated the first atomic bomb, there was a craft that came down in that area that we retrieved. There were actually 3 extraterrestrial vehicles involved. We have a document. It describes a new radar system that we had put in at Roswell. So that when something is painted or tracked on radar, it's in hit with an electromagnetic weapon. 3 of these ET craft that were over that area, 2 of them collided. One was in a bazillion pieces. The other one continued westward near Socorro, impacted, and it broke. And there were extraterrestrial bodies and one living. I know of one living ET taken from there. The third one wasn't found, and I believe it's till 1951, up in the mountains going way northwest of Roswell, up in the mountains in New Mexico. One survivor that we captured, it lived
You
Oh.
can also at any point hit the for you page.
Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack.
Roswell's kind of a dud. You ever been there before?
Yeah.
No, I never have.
Yeah,
No, I
it's kind
haven't.
of a dud.
Yeah.
I went there to dirt bike the dunes.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Everyone's like, "Yo, you like aliens, man?" It's like, just good trails, brother. Am I,
No, they got like nothing there.
I'll be honest about the alien thing.
For saying that
It's like-
kratom's a synthetic opioid when it's not.
I do think
It
there are
just
weird
fits
things.
those
I do think there are weird things out there. I don't really buy aliens in general.
We got
But-
to get you to watch.
You are the alien.
What's that channel? AC
Uh,
Alien.
no, the one
No.
with the crop circles, the really good
History
conspiracy
Channel?
theory
Oh,
channel.
yeah.
No, it's a channel.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Manny,
Yeah,
what's the
History
channel?
Channel.
we watch with the
Y Files.
Y
Is it the
Files,
Y-
yeah.
Y-Files, yeah.
You gotta
That
watch
dude
the
does
Y
it-
Files, crop circles.
All right.
You'll be a believer.
Yeah, the crop circles, man.
Yeah.
There's
Well, like my opinion's always been that like I believe people have seen weird things, but I've always attributed it to something spiritual. Like if you saw a demon, like a physical form demon, you'd probably
I
think it
have.
was an alien, right? Yeah.
Right.
I think it might be, but I also think it might definitely. I thought demon first.
Yeah.
I do want to say that since the vibrations can cause those crazy ripples in different sands and waters and such, what if it's just vibrations causing them?
Yeah, right, because we're even though we're solid things, we're in a state of motion, and our like particles aren't actually touching.
What
Also,
if something happens like underground to make the crop circles?
right. This is why they. Underground. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, but like excavating, like
I just fucking
would you go
blow
about
the
Yeah,
top off of this.
a little bit.
The, a farmer's wife yells at him too loud one day, and the crops are just like, "That's it."
It was just
no, but dude, it is.
a queef maze.
Yeah.
Dude, I highly suggest, even if you think it's like the biggest BS ever, like watch the crop circles Y Files.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like I look into stuff a little bit, but I'm still, in regards to aliens like being actual aliens, I'm still a little bit skeptical. But I'll check it out.
Yeah, they're not aliens. They're interdimensional clockwork elves.
Yeah.
Oh wait, have you guys found the Bigfoot people who believe he's a interdimensional freaking portal trapper?
Because he is,
Yes,
dude.
we talked
Come
about
on.
that
That's right.
stream
All
with
together.
Michael Harris, and it got flagged by YouTube.
That's right.
The Wikipedia link to that
We just like mentioned it.
They're like
interdimensional.
misinformation.
And then
Interdimensional clockwork elves.
you know you got videos on YouTube like we're doing right now where we can watch the most ridiculous things. No flags, it's fine. This is all great. But the minute we offhandedly mention interdimensional Bigfoot, they're on that. They're like, hold on.
You put 2
Wikipedia.
seconds
I
of
think it might have
Goku on the
actually
screen.
I thought I thought we might have been flagged about the red-haired Chinese people, but maybe not.
Oh, we get
2 freaking seconds of Goku, and then it's all.
Man, I thought we'd be flagged for this, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tiger or lion?
Tiger red.
Liger.
That lion with the gold chain, dude. That's so fucking hard. I think I'm seeing lion.
It's a liger.
Sorry.
Tigray? You doing the Ben Stiller look?
Oh yeah.
A lion.
Oh yeah.
So who would win? Oh, a lion would win, no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. A tiger would win, no doubt.
I have one disagreeing aspect about that argument. The tigers are bigger, more aggressive. I think a tiger stands a good chance. There's one reason I would give it to the male lion over the male
Wait
tiger.
a second. I don't think I'd
say tigers win.
I don't think this is tiger versus lion. Like they're gonna fight each other. I think it's like which is cuter. Which do you like better?
Well, we're doing.
Oh, we know
We're
what
doing
it's
it.
about, Katie. But we're men. We want to know who's
Lion.
going to fight. Always.
What do you give? Okay, so I agree with you that the lion.
Lions, because they have the pride.
They have the mane. Big cats try to go for the neck, so the mane protects the neck. That's the only reason I give it to a lion over a tiger. Tigers are bigger, more aggressive, and more nimble, and they're better swimmers.
Dude, tigers are insane, dude.
Well, I was gonna.
You know way too much about both, Kahuna. I love it.
Like
this
honestly,
video's-
lions compared to a lot of animals of similar size are like I don't think as intense as you would imagine.
No,
I feel like
no.
Like a tiger just would just be there in a second and you'd be like dead before you even know it.
Out of all the big cats,
tigers freak me out, dude. They are
tigers out of
they're
all the big
huge, and they're
orange.
so quiet.
Yeah. They are what's left of saber-toothed tigers, let's be honest. And lions are too social to be that much of an assassin. You know what I mean?
That being
Well,
said,
they don't even do much of the killing. The women do it.
Have you seen what happens when they get there though?
Yeah.
Whenever there's a threat to the pride, the big boy steps up, and it's not even close.
Oh, have you watched Count Dankula talk about like this like lion gangs?
Did you just say Count Dankula?
Yeah. That's
You've never heard of Count Dankula?
Isn't he the guy who made his dog do the Hitler salute?
You mean Justice Dank? No, he did a great video talking about like this whole like gang of lions that basically rolled through Africa, kind of just met like having like straight up armies with other lions. It was so insane. It was a really good story time.
Cat war.
Well,
this is a good one.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, what were you gonna say real quick though?
Oh, there's an island, a big chunk of land that's split off from Africa, and there's a weird symbiotic relationship between the water buffalo and the lions who live on that island. They have both grown bigger in response to the other one growing bigger. So the lions there are up to 30 or 40% larger than your average lion, and the buffalo are as well. They're huge. Yeah. Like
That
monster
actually
animals.
reminds me a lot of something that I told someone today about like the theory. I'm not sure exactly what the theory is called. And it's not the same thing, but hear me out. Can you pick up that piece of paper, baby?
Yeah.
That's my eye prescription.
Anyway.
It's probably expired, but so it's like they showed, I'm not going to give you exact numbers or whatever, because it's been a while since I was reading about it or watching a video about it. And it was they showed 40 or so. Say they showed a group of 100 people in the United States an image and said, count the triangles. They all came up with 28 to 40. And then they showed people in Europe, the same thing. Same group of people, same ages, whatever, same demographic. Only they found like almost 200. And then they showed it again back here and then they found almost 200.
Hmm.
And so there's like this theory that we unknowingly share information over this like energy grid, right? So it kind of reminded me like that, like a response, you know, like some kind of evolutionary or like
You're on text chain.
Well,
Yeah.
Katie, there's a bit more to it than that. There's this idea that we have these things called mirror neurons.
Yes.
And it's the closest thing there is to evidence of potential psychic ability or thought transfer from one person to another. It's a really
Yeah.
fascinating thing to study.
What I was talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of the same thing, yeah.
Is that what you, does it apply to what you said though too? Or
Yeah.
is there a different reason?
It applies. It's giving a name to the kind of thing that you're talking about, or a possible explanation there, because mirror neurons do exist in our brain, and it shows that when our brain, though it's not very large, it does have an electromagnetic field, and these mirror neurons are able to kind of pulse and give things off. And so like whenever you hear about twins that are able to like read each other's thoughts, or people knowing things from long distances away, there's the idea, running theory is that mirror neurons, in cases where that was true, have something to do with that.
I
And
worked with,
Go ahead.
so I just wanted to tell you, I actually worked with mirror twins, which they were studied by the U of M. So it was my old boss's kids, but so they're identical twins, but like if one has a mole on the right side, the other one had it on the left. One was right-handed, one was left-handed. So they're identical, but mirror twins.
They're like half of a person. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
So does the
Combined.
mirror thing
Probably.
does that apply to why they're getting bigger then,
Well, it's in their brain.
back and forth?
Oh, in regards
Oh,
to
the
the
animals?
animals?
Yeah.
No,
Right.
That's just
Like
adaptive
evolution.
microevolution. I don't believe that
Survival of the fittest.
I don't believe that fish turned into people. I do believe that people and fish could change over long periods of time
Mhm.
in response to the environment. And basically that's what they are doing. Because maybe the buffalo were like, oh, we can't escape the lion, so we have to get bigger so we don't get eaten by them. And the lions were like, oh, well, genetically, like we have to get bigger in order to be able to kill these larger animals. And it went back and forth until each one is almost like not more than a third, but not quite half the amount larger than another animal on the mainland.
You can take a Ronin from that Lion Island, like just like you know, not like, well, maybe you do take a pack leader like you said, because when there's a threat to the pride, they step up. But yeah, you take one of those and throw them against a tiger, and that's a different fight.
What about a Black Panther?
They're small.
Oh
They're
no,
small.
because
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean
What
like
about
a gang member with a gun?
No, just
yeah,
pull-
no, I think he wins.
what about a
a
Barbie?
gang member with a? All right.
I love that movie about the hero who lives in a secret land full of magic and powerful women. Their realm has been intentionally secluded from the rest of the world. Though you can enter this secret realm via certain modes of transportation after leaving and interacting with the outside world. The hero is faced with questions about their society and why its systems are set up the way they are. A usurper with knowledge of the outside world takes over the magical land, and he has all kinds of new ideas about how they should run things. Sudden access to power would change the outside world as well. In the end, the hero confronts the usurper, who chooses to give up on his own accord, thus restoring the balance of power. The hero convinces everyone that the usurper's ideas were mostly wrong, but they do incorporate some of his principles to make a more just society. The hero then takes steps to become a presence in the outside world. Great movie.
Oh wow!
Dude.
So Barbie kind of ripped
It's
that
so
off.
true, man. Did you guys ever see the
I'm
video
just
about how
scared.
Black Panther was an alt like a far like a right wing extremist society?
Yeah,
I mean, it is.
actually-
I mean,
it really is though. It's like
trial by
every
combat.
Oh, dude.
Like
a warrior class leading the people.
Yeah.
Racially exclusive.
Close
guy who-
borders as much as possible.
The guy who acts like an ape, like on the reg, is gonna potentially be the leader because he's Uga strong.
It's gonna be a good day.
Oog.
Why the fuck are you showing some gross ass shit like that?
This is how it. This is interesting.
You're showing porn.
Oh. Thanks for the sound effect, Kuna. Look, he's trying it
All of a
on.
sudden, we get like 1,500 viewers.
Yeah. He's trying it on, and he decides that he likes his old one more. Look at that.
Aww.
Oh, look at that. He goes back to
Bro, he's double dipping. He's double dipping.
That's cute though.
Helldivers 2 is the prisoner's dilemma. In fact, it may be one of the biggest social experiments involving the prisoner's dilemma that I have ever seen. I mean, look at the setup. There's a main objective, and it's hard, and a lot of people aren't doing it. You don't get a lot of personal return, but if everyone does it, then everyone benefits. New missions come about, easier ways to upgrade your character come about, stuff like that. You could also just abandon that objective and go and farm stuff on your own. Just try to upgrade yourself, not really care about the bigger mission. And doing this will allow you to progress further, faster, but sacrifices the objective that everyone's fighting for. If we all fight for the main objective, we all defend Super Earth and everyone prospers a little bit. But if we already have enough people doing that, if you go off and do your own thing, you're going to progress faster. But if everyone does that, then Malevelon Creek falls. It is just a huge galaxy-wide, full player base experiment of the prisoner's dilemma. It's so interesting. But here's the thing, we have mathematically solved the iterative prisoner's dilemma before. And the correct strategy is Helldivers 2 is the prisoner.
So you had to go to part 2 and you didn't find it?
No, I didn't.
Do I
There's
follow
no
that
part 2.
person?
Yeah, there probably isn't a part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Usually, no, TikToks usually always have part 2s.
well, he ended
Okay.
it like that
That's
because
a
there's
good
no
joke.
solution to the prisoner's
Oh,
dilemma.
sorry.
That's
because
really
I don't
funny.
get it.
Yeah.
It's
But
like,
he's-
hey, yeah, no, we finally cracked it.
Yeah. And even noticing that all of that stuff about a game is actually pretty clever. He's not wrong. He's not far from the truth. So
The game is so funny. It's because like the politics of the game are so they're so whack and very false, but we all like it's propaganda for a fake world that we all kind of play into and
It's very
participate in.
Warhammer 40k-ish in its humor.
Very.
Sense.
Ve-
Yeah.
You
It's
play
it's like
Warhammer?
Yeah.
Okay,
he's a
Andy's
Marine, of
getting
course he
some
plays
stuff.
Warhammer.
Well, he's
it's
getting
because my
some
roommate
stuff.
is like the biggest one. Sorry.
Well, my best friend, her boyfriend plays, and he's sending Andy some stuff, and he's in the
Oh, I don't play the actual board game. I don't.
he's in the National Guard.
yeah. Yeah.
No, but
so you
it's,
could probably
it's like the Warhammer universe is like insane, and the fans
Huge.
are big into it.
yeah. And like kind of the style of the game, like there's a lot of like propaganda within the game, as in like that's how the humans are controlled. Like they all worship the God Emperor and stuff like that.
Everyone in the Warhammer universe is the bad guy, and so
Yeah.
it's like everyone's also kind of like over the top. So they're like God Emperor, the mankind. They'll do anything for it. Everyone's a heretic if they don't follow the God Emperor, mankind.
They take
It's so
Sorry, you go.
No,
Kuna.
it's good. It's so funny reading the Horus Heresy books because this is pre-Emperor becoming God Emperor, and he's like the attitude about it is like there's a secret sect of people illegally in the society choosing to worship him, and it's the rule is like no stop it.
Stop it!
Yeah, my roommate can tell you literally anything Warhammer.
You got it right,
Yeah,
though.
but mentioning with the orcs, so my book that's coming out, Dunce Whisperer. It's like about
That's
being
awesome. I love that name.
Tale of the Dunce Whisperer. He solves
Yes.
things by being everyone's really stupid, including him, and he kind of interprets it, right?
That's
But
awesome.
I find recently I thought of a sequel, and I'm gonna do it. I'm like, bro, like the perfect villain against this guy is to have Warhammer 40k orcs that like use their stupidness as like a superpower. So it's
Yeah,
like
they just
how is
believe
he,
it.
Yeah, how is he gonna like interpret his way out of this?
That's awesome.
If the orcs were smarter, the rest of the universe would not stand a chance. They are in lore. They are the psychically most capable power. Like they believe the color red makes things go faster, and
That's right, yeah.
therefore it does.
It does.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
The color blue makes you more sneaky, and it does.
Also, I remember as a child spending 6 and 7 hours in that store during my parents' non-divorce.
Yeah.
For like 2 or 3 years, my brother and I would do that, and we'd hang out there, paint and play. We'd have tournaments with like 60 people out in the middle of the mall, It's 60 weird out nerds and kids yelling "wog" at the top of their lungs.
Yes!
So, I will never forget those. That's like a core memory for me, man.
Yeah,
Dude,
That's awesome.
That's why people love it.
Yeah,
That's
why.
awesome.
I mean, it's cool. It's a really cool universe.
Mhm.
All the species.
It's too bad it's all stolen, but anyway.
Yeah.
Everything's
That's
stolen.
always
There's
a
no such
shame.
thing as a wholly original idea.
But it's really stolen.
It says the audio is not available on this one, which I'm okay with. They probably had copyrighted audio.
Oh, that's why you changed it. Okay, just skip it then.
This
Why are
is
we
still
watching?
cool.
Why are we watching Sea Life be born?
Well, it's because everything in the universe is a spiral.
Yeah, it's the Fibonacci,
I'm
the
assuming.
golden ratio.
You never seen the movie
All
Pi?
right, Uzumaki.
No, it's seriously like the movie Pi. It's a really trippy movie. They go into how like everything in the universe is a spiral, and that's like the holy shape essentially.
Yep, and it all naturally breaks down to pyramid shapes. That's the simplest shape in the universe. Because think about it, what's a two-sided shape? There isn't one. It's a coin. That's like the closest you get. So the simplest shape of everything is triangles. Fascinating. Look at that hexagonal. Yeah. It's fascinating. We'll do a few and wrap it up. What do you guys think?
I think so.
Yeah.
If you guys
Yeah.
haven't read the book Uzumaki, also, and want to be creeped out, it's maybe the creepiest comic I've ever read.
Oh, I was gonna say that one. I've seen a lot of those panels. Seen
Bro,
videos
it's
on
way
it.
worse too.
Yeah.
After our giant stack of Iron Age books, we'll have to do that.
Yeah. I still need more Iron Age.
Guys get stuck in walls
caught my
in the shape of
5-year-old
themselves.
My oldest, when he was a bit younger, I caught him at age like 6, like grabbing it to read. I'm like, no.
I'm gonna have to check that
It's funny that I heard one of the dogs come out when we were about to play this one, but I thought this one was cool so you can see how they do like a last day send off for the canine dog.
Oh yeah.
Pretty wholesome.
I don't know why it made me think of this, but I just want to show this off.
966.
Bro, that's such
Oh,
a
yeah,
good
I'll
statue.
bring it up.
I've seen that one. I've
Badass.
always wanted it, man.
Oh, what is
That looks like me when I get up in the morning.
That's guts.
Guts.
Oh yeah.
In the wolf armor, bro.
Yes. It's now my wife just every like birthday or whatever, she just gets me another Berserk book.
Oh, that's cool.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I got
That's
up
a
to
good
deluxe
lady.
5 or 6. I'm not sure, but it's getting there. Anyway, dogs,
Sweet.
happiness, retirement.
Hold on, since we're showing.
I gotta get my
Yeah, I used to have more figures. I used to have a whole like box of like finely painted like Warhammer figures from way back in the day too. Ex-wife got rid of that too, but you know, there's
Aw, that's a bummer that she got rid of that.
it was fine. It's just a model. I spent like 26 hours painting that one. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Really fucked up.
Fine.
This is the
How dare she?
home one.
Ooh. Ooh.
Nice. It came painted, so you get all the nice details in there.
Yeah.
They charge
I
you
like
for it. And then this is
Cool,
a
dude.
experimental Star Destroyer.
Yeah, I saw that in either one of the games or in one of the old TV shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta-
Apparently, these little nodules on it help it like turn invisible and bend gravity and shit. So, but they don't.
Oh,
of
yeah,
course,
nope, that was from an
Di-
episode.
Disney didn't lean into that though. Of course.
No,
I got Roy
no.
Mustang. I got a Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. I got
Hell yeah.
I have a few. I have
Just go
a
ahead and
couple
put
of
it
the
back.
mechs from Neon Genesis
Oh,
Evangelion.
I don't know where they
I
go.
It's
You
fine.
put it
I'll
have
put it back later.
Simone from Gurren Lagann, Mustang from FMA Brotherhood. I have a few.
Yeah,
but
I got
they're
a Mustang.
everywhere.
Beautiful. It's almost
Oh,
like
I had that exact one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Mhm. Yeah, same.
966 guy.
Show me 1042. And after 9 years of service, if you'll show my canine partner Indy out of service 1042 for the last time.
966, we received. All units stand by for a broadcast from the Trophy Club Police Department. Benton County All
Rookie.
Units. After 9 years of dedicated service, K9 Indy, badge number K91, is retiring and signing off for his final shift. K9 Indy has made a significant impact in our communities by seizing over 2 kilos of powdered fentanyl, more than 4,000 pounds of marijuana,
Don't agree with the cannabis. Just saying.
in addition to more than
Why?
35 pounds of methamphetamine and more.
Oh yeah.
He's
Get
been
it.
instrumental in seizing over $300,000 in drug money and has participated in over 11 SWAT deployments. He has
11.
assisted in 44 criminal apprehensions, including a notable recent apprehension of a criminal gang member. Indy has educated many in conducting over 50 canine demos for public and school events, demonstrating his skills and dedication. Throughout his tenure, Indy has assisted over 38 local and federal law enforcement agencies, serving as an ambassador to the community and a trusted partner and friend to his handler, Sergeant Barry Sullivan. Indy has always answered the call, no matter the hour, to assist officers in our county and beyond. Thank you, K9 Indy, for your service and love for the job you have done to protect and serve. From all of us to you, Indy, we wish you a happy retirement. K9 Indy, you are 1042 for the final time. Benton County clear at 1806.
I love how like it's really cool to hear, and but then the dog's like, I'm gonna go lay down, yo. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like
We appreciate it, County.
that's the best part.
Yeah.
I don't agree with there's been a few canines that have been murdered in Minnesota as well as severely injured. But one officer had 2 canine partners taken away from him in Duluth. And I have a huge problem with when officers know where someone is inside of a building and deploy their canine unit because they are using that dog as a meat shield, and it's fucked up, and I don't agree with it. It makes me really, really upset. I understand like going to track. They're great for that. But if you're too scared to go in there, like that's one thing that I don't agree with. So it's but those are some damn good dogs.
Yeah.
Damn good officers.
I can respectfully disagree. I don't disagree with your feeling about it. I just feel a bit differently about it. But I do agree they're incredible dogs. And
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
my
think
buddy
there's
of mine,
like, oh, I mean, you could like roll in gas or, something, or can we not do that?
What? Oh, like yeah.
Like
I
a
think
flashbang or something, or
it really depends. I've
Yeah.
worked with quite a few police officers, and there are situations, unfortunately, where a dog is. If sometimes the life is always going to be a bit of a risk.
Yeah.
But if I do have to say I even talked to a guy who was a friend of mine. He was in the Seattle PD department talking about. He's like, yeah, back when I was on SWAT, we had a dog team, and there was one situation where it was like, well, if it had to be one of us or the dog, it was going to be the dog, and they weren't happy about it. But it's
They're
a
probably
rough
not
decision to
carrying
make.
like gas. They probably don't have any of those resources on them.
I can't get on board with that because officers know the danger of the job when they sign up. You know what I mean? And dogs don't have that. Dog didn't have that choice. So that's the only reason that I feel that way. I'm not saying a dog's life is more valuable, but I think it's just as valuable, and they get even less time than we do. But I mean, I respect how you guys feel. We don't have to agree on everything either.
Mm-hmm.
No,
It just
Katie,
makes me sad.
This is a community, and we have to agree 100% on all
Yes.
things.
Didn't you hear Iron Age is a cult? We must have a like mind.
It's just like I'm
We
down
are
with hunting. I'm down with hunting and stuff, but I've always thought it was weird when people pose smiling next to like a deer corpse, where it's like, yeah, be proud of your hunt, but I'm still gonna think it's weird. I just like, but that's just I'm not gonna judge people for doing that because I don't think it's.
Yeah, you can have
I
your
think there's
opinions.
I think there's an element of masculine, like a prideful kind of thing, and a masculine pride in regard to the whole posing with the dead animal thing.
Yeah.
For like,
I
in regards
conquered
to-
this.
Yeah, that kind of thing. It's like holding up a trophy for a sports tournament. It's
Yeah.
like this is a hard thing that I had to work for, and this
Yeah.
is the
You're
result.
bringing dinner to the table, like, literally.
I don't agree with forcing like animals or children or whatever to be vegan, and it drives me nuts when people make fun of vegans too, and I know a lot of people that do, and I just think it's like, they've even shown that like cows in line to the slaughterhouse comfort each other and things like that. So like I can understand where some cultures regard cows as sacred creatures, but like I would never shame someone for eating meat, and I would never shame them for not eating meat.
And hunting is more humane than the fate of a polar bear, right?
Hunting is way more humane a million times over compared to factory farming.
Yeah, I was gonna say that can be pretty dark.
And a lot of the natural fates, disease and starvation.
Yeah, like you can farm animals in a good way. They're not all factory farms.
No, and even with that, like I've designed pole barns for people that we've built, and we were going to do this one for a cow farm, and it was designed basically so that the cows didn't really know what was coming. That like the way it was designed was meant so they wouldn't be able to see the fate of whatever cow was in front of it, kind of thing. And
that's
it's not
actually
good.
really good.
It's not good, but it is
good compared to the alternative.
Yeah.
Compared to the alternative, and
Yeah.
I think that's maybe the only way where you and I differ in this opinion, as I don't put humans and animal life on the same. I don't value them the same. Like people, like I've heard it's not something that I voice very often, but when people call us like the peak animal, I don't think of humans as animals. I think we are fundamentally different in some ways, in some very important ways, and that has more to do with my belief system than anything. But I completely understand your opinion on that, and I'll poke fun at vegans, but I'm never gonna like harass anyone for their eating disorders.
You're not gonna.
I'm sorry.
Well,
That's a good one.
I got in trouble. I made fun of it's ironic that my wife's celiac now, but I made fun of my
oh no
sister-in-laws when they like early on they became celiac. They said something about like an opinion about some food that I like, and I'm like, yeah, that's why God made you celiac, and they didn't approve.
And then your wife's like, by the way,
she thought it was hilarious, but like they didn't. I'm like, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
you get the pass. You got the pass.
God was looking down. He's like, you know what? That is funny. Watch
Yeah,
it.
that's
I'm
pretty
Italian.
fun. Yeah.
I cannot afford to be celiac.
Yeah. Okay,
You probably
so
wouldn't even have it if you were in Italy. If you like, there's so many people that say they don't have. We were just talking about this on our last stream, I think.
Mhm.
But people with gluten allergies go back to Europe, people from Europe like can't handle our food here, and vice versa. People say that when they go to somewhere like Italy or in Europe, they can eat gluten all of a sudden. And I had a trucker tell me he also washed wheat. So he's like, if you ever get pregnant, do not eat more than one serving of bread a day, because I wash pesticides off the grain, like the wheat, and you cannot get it off. It's so bad for you here. So it creeps me out. I wonder if they're just allergic to the pesticides. I mean, a lot of the time they probably are.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like that Roundup weed killer giving everyone cancer. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's like
this
a
can-
gang member. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, were you saying?
His only allergy, bullets. Anyway.
Yeah. We can have this be the last one since it's
Well,
getting
I think there's only like one or two after this.
Is there only like one or two?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think there's.
All right.
Well, we'll see.
We'll keep a good pace.
Don't look at yourself. Don't look at yourself. Don't look at
Uh-oh.
yourself. No.
Oh. She did it.
You need more mirrors in your house, woman.
I could take that bitch. Come
No,
here.
they'll never learn.
When did you?
Yeah, you gotta desensitize them, man.
I've seen a dog that like every time it sees the reflection of a light, it just freaks out and never learns.
Oh,
Sweet baby.
my cousin, she had a dog named They named him Shadow because he would bark at his own shadow when he was a puppy.
Oh, you can.
Oh, okay, that was still a cute reaction.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the last one.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
It's fighting back.
It's almost. Okay, I just want to say one time I was Christmas shopping with my sister and I was so hungry and we went somewhere that had the green olives with a clove of garlic stuffed in each one.
Yeah.
And I ate over half of a big ass jar and I cannot fucking do it anymore. It ruined it for me.
Why?
I can do the black olives, but not the green olives.
I don't really
I
do
love
olives.
olives.
Just I heard clove of garlic
green.
and I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
get
dude.
garlic hole.
Bro,
You're like,
olives are
Yeah.
the best topping to put on pizza besides like meat and mushrooms.
They are.
Disagree.
So good.
So, as the resident Italian, the best pizza
Oh, you
is
too. huh?
actually penne la
Margarita?
vodka.
No,
Penne
margarita.
la vodka pizza. So what you do is you use vodka sauce as the sauce. You guys know what vodka sauce is?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. And then you
That
put
was
penne
fast.
on top of the pizza. It's
Mm,
delicious.
that does sound good. We have a place
Parma.
called Pizza Luce here that's really good. Their margarita is to die for. There's so much garlic on it. And when I was pregnant with our first son, Olin, I think I had one or two a week. We
Yeah.
had to go. It's
Needed.
like a $32 pizza, man.
Ridiculous,
But
yeah. Good thing for Koof money to pay for the pregnant urges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My ex-wife, she always wanted burritos, like big, size of a baby's arm burrito every single
Yeah.
day in the morning, not a breakfast burrito, like an ordinary burrito. Freaking
awesome.
huge, like forearm, like thick boy.
let's see what this big hairy man.
Yeah.
has to say.
Big hairy man.
Wait,
I mean, honestly,
challenge.
if you're gonna do it, do it. If you're not, then don't do it. But don't hide it from your spouse. Take that how you want it. Just saying.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Just some solid advice.
Okay. Solid.
This is the last one, I think.
What the?
Really close.
Yeah.
It's so true. Oh really?
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
The
Okay.
comment, she made a comment like, didn't expect this. Okay, go to the next one.
That was
It's got to be the end of the line real quick. I think.
Oh my god.
Why is you on the floor?
Oh my god.
He almost fell, dude.
That's a nice ass kitchen, man.
Yeah, dude. Or is it the
Oh, it's a
bathroom?
hotel. Or I meant bathroom.
What are you doing?
Masculine sound there.
Yeah. You know, a really good thing about TikTok is you can get a lot of really good sound bites. Like all these different screams in one video. Video game studios have to be just like loving it. Movie studios.
He almost cracked her head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh! She didn't even
That's
flinch.
fake. That was water. That one was fake as fuck.
Yeah.
No one's drinking
Yeah,
water.
that
out
was
of
the
this
one
Starbucks
reaction.
cup.
It wasn't.
Whoa! What's wrong with water? With ice? Fresh.
Out of a Starbucks
Somewhere
cup.
else.
He didn't go to Starbucks and get a water.
No, he probably had another drink, babe. I don't know.
No, he didn't. You don't know what you're talking about.
I've ordered it.
This is the last video.
Yeah.
A good send off.
Bar with a bar, the bang, the dang, dang, diggy, diggy, dick, sit the boogie, sit up, jump the boogie. Bar, the bang, the dang, diggy, diggy.
This is our intro.
I was
Yes,
just
I
about
know.
to say that.
Yes.
I was just about to say that.
Yes, dude.
Bar with a bar, the bang, the dang, dang, diggy, diggy, dick, sit the boogie, sit up, jump the boogie.
It's so good. It's so bad.
Why not play? Music.
Bobby Man.
I could definitely clip that into something.
Oh, bro.
I can.
It's so
Well, it's
cringe.
on YouTube now, but we were talking through it. But what we can do, I could send you the video or something for sure.
If you guys are gonna do your weekly thing, we should try to make this at least a bi-weekly or weekly thing where we all go through videos, because we want to have a 1 to 2 a week where we have guests, and we want to try to do our own. Like, I can't even fucking think when you're doing that.
It worked.
So every day with him and I, only like maybe twice a week, once to twice a week with people. So if you guys want to jump in,
Yeah, we're
on
trying
the
to do like
schedule.
the daily schedule thing with this
Holy
as best we can.
fuck, man.
Yeah, just send me the deets, man. I'll probably be down.
I probably
I'm
have a poop to clean up.
I'm down whenever when I'm available. Obviously, for me, obviously, the later the better. Because on nights I have kids, and sometimes, I try to put them to bed about 8 my time. But that's pretty much the earliest they'd be in bed.
So our Saturday is the best for you, Bat Sauce, for late?
Yeah, for late. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we do every Saturday, all of us. That would make sense since it's a weekend too. Hopefully bring in more viewers.
Then there's no plan needed. If you guys want.
And then if one of you can't make it, then we'll just make fun of whoever's not here.
Yeah.
Including me.
Fair.
I'm fair game.
And if
so.
neither of you can, it's cool too because we've been trying to do this every day anyway. So it's just you guys are actually pretty good guests to have on for it. So
thank you.
Why don't we'll start with Bat Sauce. Why don't you tell everybody where they can find you?
Bat Sauce on YouTube. Bat Sauce on Twitter.
Beautiful baby face.
Bat Sauce.
My favorite
on
bat.
Substack.
This bat doesn't have COVID. Bat Sauce.
This bat is good.
Dude, the reason I came up with that name is so retarded. I was just like, you know what? What if like I actually like get followers and I need to sell something? I could probably sell like sauce or something.
Yeah.
Bat sauce. Let's do that. I've always been bats.
I'm thinking I could start selling. You know those testicles people hang off the back of Jeeps. I think some custom Kahuna brand.
Yeah.
It's funny you bring that up.
The problem is I hate those.
Yeah, dude. It's funny you bring that up because the first video that TikTok fed me before the stream was a rabbit getting its kahuna shaved. Yeah. I never saw that shit before.
And
what did you have to watch to make it bring that up?
I don't know.
What made the algorithm say,
Yeah.
you know what? I think he wants to see this.
What does the
Animal
algorithm
videos.
say about you? Yeah.
I typed in
Yeah.
wild on the hashtags once.
And that was horrible.
Yeah.
Bad
And it was
idea. Some of them are bad. Like ridiculous was bad.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Anyway, so-
Stuff like that.
So, I just uploaded my audiobook. It's for free on Substack. Just subscribe to my Substack. You can listen to it for free. It's an AI voice. That's why it's for free. So, yeah.
Hey, wait a
But
sec.
it's
Let me
better
make
than,
sure.
It's better
I'm
than a lot of other
subscribed to
things.
you.
And what is it? Bat sauce?
I believe so. I just set it up. I'm a little bit. Substack's confusing me a little bit.
I can help you a little bit. It is confusing because like they change the definitions of certain things like tags.
Trying to just post something on there, I want to throw my head through.
Dude, when I did, when I
Trying
tried
to
do the-
sign in makes me want to.
Yeah, yeah. They're doing this when I was doing the short stories for Iron Age Media. It was like every time it took me like an hour to get something posted.
Yeah. I understand that. I've been running through it with the audio from my guest appearances on other people's channels.
Yeah.
So,
But I feel like
100%.
once I get it figured out, it'll be easy. It's like most things. It's like the learning curve is there, and
I can
you
help.
gotta overcome that.
Also, Bat Sauce, I'm going to be releasing my video inviting stories for my next reading stream here soon. So if
Ooh.
there's a short story or a chapter or something you want me to read of yours out loud, I do it, and it's scuffed, and it's fun, and it's
It's awesome. Dude, I got emotional when you read mine. I like
Well, you gave
listened
me
to
your
that
best
3
story
times.
to read too.
Oh man.
Why is it
Memory
not
immortality.
letting me sign in?
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Also,
You're gonna
Bat
be,
Sauce, I figured a few things out. Live
So-
reading a story for the first time that you've never read before and you know nothing about
Mhm.
is really bad because maybe you think it's a western and you'll read it with a western twang, only to read a chapter or two and realize it's a fantasy story and you have to change your whole thing.
Didn't you
That's
invite
fun,
me?
man.
Why can't I?
Yeah, I'll probably
sign
send you
into our
the
thing?
first chapter to my
Yeah, we can figure this out.
sci-fi. 'Cause I'm still
You can just
waiting
set it
on
up.
things before I get the other
There
one
you go.
out. But
Okay,
I'm sure-
what is your Substack?
Bat
Sorry.
Sauce.
That's
Bat
also
Sauce.
Just Bat Sauce, yeah.
Big, beautiful Bat Sauce.
What were you saying now?
Okay, followed.
Oh, I've always wanted, ever since I was a kid and I saw it, I've always wanted to try to find a way to write a human shark hybrid story that wasn't shit. Just one.
Like
Because
Street
there-
Shark?
You guys remember on this old sci-fi channel when they had all the really bad, like, human shark hybrid horror movies? There are dozens of them, and I've seen almost all of them. They're
so
all garbage.
specific.
I want just one good human shark hybrid story. Just one.
yeah, Street Sharks
Not-
though. Street Sharks is
not-
hilarious.
No, they're very funny, but they're all bad. I want
You're
one,
right,
I just
you're
want
right.
one that's good and not about a woman fucking a dude in a shark.
You know what?
Just one.
You know what? In a shark costume? Is that what you said?
Or that imply, I don't know, dude. Like,
Implied.
some of them
Animal
were- some of them
hybrid.
were- yeah, some of them were like, oh yeah, like we did it like Jurassic Park. Another one's
I
like,
have another
this is
job
an
I
erotic
do.
scene with a woman in a like gyrating in the water and then stock shark footage.
Oh
What
my
was that?
god.
What was that one movie that like won a bunch of Oscars? The Woman in Water or something like that. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Sound of Water or something like that. Or
yeah, or she has sex
Shape
with
of
a
Water.
fish. Shape of Water. Yeah.
Yeah. She has sex with the deep
Yes.
one.
Yeah,
for sure.
They read Cthulhu and like, that's so hot.
We can make this romantic. We can make fish people.
Dude,
I think they
When-
were trying to make it an allegory for interracial relationships back
Yeah.
in the day. But it fails on a lot of levels because you're now
You're
who's the
comparing them
black
to
people?
fish.
You're
Fish people now?
comparing them to a fish.
They're fish.
Like, remember what was that movie where black people were orcs?
Yeah, none of them.
No,
But
no,
wait.
no, there was that reviewer
No.
who said that. Like, Rings of Power. They were talking about
No,
Rings
no,
of
no.
Power.
No. There was a Netflix movie. Bright.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
And it was literally
Right,
just
movie. I hated it.
like orcs
Every
were
second
flying.
of it.
It's so
The
bad.
only good part of that movie is Will Ferry slapping the out of that pixie in the air. Like
It was
Ferry's
so bad.
the only good part
Yeah.
of that movie.
There's some gimmicky
Um,
moments like that, yeah, for sure.
I mean, that was in the beginning, but
Mhm.
you know, whenever that Fourth Wing podcast happens,
Oh, AC, do
I'm
you
like
know
right
about
at the
this?
end.
No.
Oh,
Tell me.
Oh man,
is it as bad as I think it's going to be?
probably not. Like, I think that was one like what I was really annoyed about because I think I was gonna do like a funny review with my wife, and I'm like, it's not like the worst thing, but now that I'm towards the end, I'm like, oh, this is really bad.
You know how
What's-
that whole you know how
We
that whole thing started?
Conversation like right now, so we got to wrap this up.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's
Kahuna,
nothing bad. It's something good, actually.
yeah,
Potentially.
Kahuna, just go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you. We could talk all night, obviously. We're bros here, so.
You can find me at the Ultimate Kahuna on YouTube and Twitter or Twix X. I don't give a fuck. No. Nope, I'm making good content. Trying to collaborate with a lot of people, make stuff. First and foremost, I want everything I do to be either heartfelt or entertaining, and hopefully I achieve that. Alas, that's right.
Hell yeah.
That's a
That's what you're best at. And
Good show.
what about your YouTube?
That's
I said YouTube.
yeah.
Oh.
yeah,
I am
Sorry.
the Ultimate Kahuna on YouTube
My bad.
and Twix.
Yes.
People who have different names, how are you
Ah!
finding? Anyway,
How?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Moonzilla Tarot, on Facebook at Moonzilla Tarot, on TikTok MZ Tarot,
Ooh.
damn it.
and on YouTube's at Pritchard Pub.
At the pub.
Sub to the pub.
That's a great tagline, dude.
My tagline is just "You're retarded if you watch this."
Oh yeah,
Join the
you call
short
yourself
bus.
you call yourself the short bus veteran, isn't
Yep.
that right?
Not anything to do with being in the military, by the way. I legitimately rode the short bus.
I heard something about that.
I'm a veteran of the short bus. Yeah. You can find me on the Twix at A_C_Pritchard. Free fantasy story that is getting better by the episode.
But not sexual fantasies.
Right.
Damn.
All
I'm
ages. All ages progressive fantasy featuring a coming of age story. But yeah.
Not
free on Substack at
free 99.
acpritchard.substack.com. You can also sub to the pub on Substack, which has all the free mixed and mastered audio from a lot of the best episodes that you can find here. And those who are paid subscribers to the Pub Stack become Pub Knights. And with the honor of a Pub Knight comes access to the only it's an early access of my audiobook being professionally made by
Stan?
Adrian Peterson, who's the
It
voice
sound
actor.
it sound I heard it, dude. It sounds freaking good.
Yeah, I listened to it a few times myself, but I was like, what can I offer right now for people who are generous enough to truly sub? And I was like, I'm going to give you this.
Wonderful night, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Good night, Katie.
Night.
Take care.
I'm gonna have to figure out like different.
Hi,
type of
Andy's wife.
helmets.
Figure out what
Different type
that's
of
on.
helmets. I have to figure out like different type of helmets for my like tier subscribers.
Well, when I was setting it up, I was like, what do I do? Because it wants you to like put the full description of like kind of fully customize it yourself. And I'm just like, these people are pub nights, and you know, you become I say that if you do it's not a lifetime subscription, you know, the $50 plus payment or whatever, the lifetime founding prescription or whatever. It's like the founders plan.
Founding fathers.
I renamed it to apotheosis or something. Like that's a feature that you get for doing a founding plan is you become a god in the pub community. It's the process of becoming it. But I digress. I was like, what can I offer? I don't know. You become a god. There you go. But yeah, thanks guys. You guys are
absolutely, brother.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolute treasures every time.
God
And,
bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Look forward to seeing you guys, and hope you guys enjoy the next episode of Spirit Animals.
Yes, Kahuna's doing the voice of the new
Nice.
Pigface. Yes, he does so good too. I'm
It's gonna be fun,
excited.
man. It's gonna be good.
But until next time.
Woohoo!
I've been taking this out of the Royce hat. Every now and then I'll just leave the audio going.
Doing?
Get the faded out outro here.
Good night, America.
The best Americans.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter, everyone.
Happy Easter. Find your bunnies and eggs, or whatever. Just don't let them come over the wall.
Keep them on their side. Save their Kahuna.
I have no problem with the bunnies. They are animals. I have no problem with